Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. I've got a great video for you today. I'm going to show you 10 different ways to use rub-on stickers. Now this is a Christmas edition, so I'll be doing some Christmassy things, but remember, rub-ons are for life, not just for Christmas. So there are going to be some things that you can do with any rub-ons that you've got. You don't have to use Christmas ones. Although I do have these gorgeous new Christmas ones from Taperlogy. They're absolutely beautiful. I do like Taperlogy ones. They're very easy to use. I've had a few go bad with user error, but not because of quality. So you get 6 sheets in each pack, and I've got 2 packs. I've used odd 1 or 2 out of them already. Look at that one. How gorgeous is that? I do love a bit of pink at Christmas. So that set is the Merry Christmas collection, and we also have the Christmas collection. Yeah, and again, another 6 sheets. They're quite reasonably priced. I think they come in UK money, they're less than £2 a sheet. So that is really good. I've also got other goodies from Taperlogy that I'll show you as we go along. So let's crack on. Now, first thing I'm going to do, nice and simple, nice and basic. I'm going to make a tag. Yeah, I mean, look at that one. The tags, again, I did get from Taperlogy, but you use what you've got if you don't want to go all in and buy tags as well. And I've just put a simple Santa on and Merry Christmas. I did get these twines sent to me in Christmassy colours. I think I gave you a brief peek at these in my last video. I'm just looking for end. Here we go. So they are perfect for popping through your tags. So we'll do that. I am going to show me rubbing some onto card, but I'm also going to show you a little technique that should help, especially if you might think, oh, I don't like rub-ons, I don't like all that rubbing. There are a couple of other ways that you can attach rub-on stickers, but I'm going to show you those at the end. That's the first thing you can do, tags, and I'll show you a new technique for that at the end of video. Right, so next thing we can try is wooden shapes. I've got these from Taperlogy. Ooh, nice. Oh, little wooden tag. Might do a wooden tag. And again, they've got holes in. You can use them as tags. You can use them as gift tags, and then people can then hang them on their trees. So I don't think I've ever tried doing a rub-on onto wood before. I think I'm going to go for a little one, then I don't have to think too much about it while I'm rabbiting away in video. So number 1 was tags. Now wooden tags. So let's have a look what we've got. You could paint the tags. I haven't. I do have some of the painted shapes that I already had that I'm going to show you to see how well they rub onto those. So I think I'm going to want another little greeting like I did on my little Santa tag. And I don't know which one I'm going to choose yet. Let's pick a decorator. Oh, I'll do like the snowman. He's nice. So what else we got? So you can have a look through these as I choose. Ooh, I quite like him. Is he Nutcracker? Oh, I like the Nutcracker. Oh, with crackers in title suits me well, because I can be a bit crackers. I think you know that by now if you watch me often, don't you? Yeah, I think we're going to have the Nutcracker on there, and then I'll put a little greeting on. Ooh, I've got coffee here. Don't knock your coffee over, woman. Last time you did that, you killed your sewing machine. I did. I lost my sewing machine to a cappuccino. There's worse ways to go, isn't there? I think I like that one. That should fit nicely on my tag. So I'm just going to come in and snip it. Snippity snip. Do you remember I'm going to take some of these stars as well. I don't know if they'll fit. If they don't, I'll cut them off and use them on something else. I think that one will fit. Yeah, the rub-ons of old, you had to rub loads, didn't you? You'd have some right muscles doing them. Do we want the Merry Christmas at the bottom? Is Merry Christmas and my little man going to fit? Do you know what? I don't think he is. So I've got 2 options now. I choose a bigger tag, or I choose a different picture. I think I'm going to go for a different picture because I do like that Merry Christmas on that tag. That looks really good. Yeah. So let's choose a different picture, because I'm a little bit ambitious there about what we're going to fit. I do have another nutcracker there. Is he a bit shorter? No, now he's a bit taller. What are you thinking of, woman? He's taller, not shorter. Oh, the candle will look good. I think that candle will look pretty. Got to get a wee in there, haven't we? So, let's try the Try it before you take the backing off, woman. Yeah, that'll be cute. So we'll have the candle and we'll have the greeting. Peel the backing off. Yeah, you have to, yeah, I've been trying to make this point and then I keep getting distracted. These days, the rub-on will start to stick as soon as it touches your, what's it called, substrate. That's a posh word for me. That's a really posh word for me. So you be careful that you know exactly where you want to pop it before you take that backing sheet off. Oh yeah, I like that. Oh, and all we've got to do is rub it on. You are provided with these little wooden tools. They're like lollipop sticks. In fact, they're really good to keep in your stash to decorate. Yeah, you can even make little bookmarks with these. They look really nice with dangles on the bottom in a journal. Whee. What's that? No, that feels so smooth. I might have done it a bit wonky, but it adds to the handmade look. That's what I always say. Straight enough. Let's just make sure. Now, the technique, the little bit is, I'm going to call the techniques bonuses at the end. A couple of techniques that you can try if you have trouble rubbing things on. Maybe would work on these thin tags. Intriguing. Not suspicious, just intriguing. I lost a star there, it was hanging off the edge. But we've got a couple of stars on. So there we have our tag again. And we can just pop some more twine through. You can go to town and use ribbon and things if you like. You don't have to use this twine, but it's just so easy while it's here. I do like something that can double up as a gift and then a decoration at Christmas. That kind of things that you keep and treasure for years, aren't they? Right, there we go. That's pretty. I mean, yeah, you don't have to be too artistic to manage that. If you then want to go in and decorate it, maybe add a little bit of glitter, you can do. But for now, that's all we're doing. So that's the second one. We've done paper tags and we've done wooden tags. Now another thing I wanted to try is ceramics. Ooh, so I got these. They were not from Taperlogy. I bought these from Amazon. Everything I use is always linked. And the ceramic Christmas decorations. They're unglazed, but they are lovely and smooth. I'm quite impressed with the quality of these. Now I don't even know if this is going to work because I've not tried it. So I'll waste my tags if it don't work. Now I think I want to go for, look at these lovely, oh look at that, that would be really nice, wouldn't it? Santa and his reindeers. Oh, is he just going to fit? I don't know if he'll fit. I'm going to have to be a bit more traditional and go for something a bit round, aren't I? Let's see what we've got on that lovely. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Look at the polar bears. It's going to be the polar bears, isn't it? I'm going to go... I've only got one sheet there. They're so thick, these. They're really good quality backing sheets. I've had rub-ons in the past where they've come apart when I've had them stored because they're a bit flimsy. I don't think that's going to happen with these. I think I'm going to keep those two snowflakes with the... Oh, that'd be pretty. I could maybe have gone for something even bigger on there. So that's going to dangle as a decoration. So I'm going to pop my polar bear around about there. Whee. Let's have a look, see. This is going to be quite minimalist, isn't it? I've not gone to town. Some hills at the top. The polar bear's going to be there. I've spent more time lining him up than rubbing him on, haven't I? Right, grab a lollipop stick and let's rub away, see what happens. I've left a little bit of back in there. That were by chance, not by design. But it's a good idea. So help you peel it up. I hope you can see. By doing it like this, if there is part of the design that you haven't got attached, this is going on pretty well. I'm quite impressed. Yeah, if there's part of the design that's not attached, you can always put that carrier sheet back down and get another rub. So even as I'm going around now, I know that's rubbed on, but I'm keeping that in contact. That way, the last bit of your design, you're not going to pull it off with the sheet. Oh, let's get my twigs there. Did you see? My twigs were not attached. I've heard of having a screw loose, but I've never heard of having a twig loose, but I had one. Oh, look at that. That is really pretty. Right, top of his head's not quite down, so I'm just going to put my sheet back on and get another rub. You can usually see or feel if any part of it's not attached. Oh, that is pretty. I may have lost a little bit of a star there. I'm really sad about that. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Was that it? No, the star's just gone, but you can't tell. Oh, that's so pretty. And again, you can put twine through that. You've seen me put twine through 2 things now, though. You don't need to see a third. So that's our third one. Ceramic Christmas decorations. Now the next one, this is one that I call gives you a lot of bang for your buck. How pretty does that look? And it's an embroidery hoop, yeah? I love the look of embroidering hoops, but I just don't have the time these days to do embroidery. So, as rub-ons do work really well on fabric, especially the fabric that Taperlogy do provide, this lovely, we call it, I don't know what we call it, muslin. Yeah, it's muslin. Right, so I do have a new pack of that from Taperlogy, and I also have, you can hear all other stuff I'm going to be making jingling. The leftover piece from the first one I made. And we're going to make another embroidery hoop. So here are the hoops. Again, I bought mine from Amazon. Get them from wherever. They did have some smaller ones, but the reviews weren't very good as to the quality. So I opted for these with good reviews. They are 3 inches across. And yeah, I'm really pleased with them. Now you get these fabric pieces from Taperlogy. I'll show you the full size of one if you've not seen these before. Save the wrapping as well, little glassine wrappers. Yeah, they are pretty creased when they come. If that bothers you, iron them. And I'll tell you the size. They are, I'd say they're about 24 inches looking at, because my mat is 22 and it looks a couple of inches over. 24 inches by 8 inches. That's a pretty decent size. Right, I'll put the new one to one side and I'm going to use this. Now, I'll show you how I made the first one. To know that I'm going to centre my design on my hoop, I took the hoop and I popped it where I wanted it. Now, if you look at this one, I've gone for a pretty rustic look. Yeah, I've just snipped around the edge. I like that. If you want it to not be, if you want it neat, just cut it near it. You just cut it nearer. You don't have to have it like that. If all that frayed gummins stresses you out. So I'm going to pop it on my hoop. I'll just loosen that a little bit. Yeah, and by popping it on, you can stretch it out You don't need to iron it. We love not having to iron. Well, I do. Also, I'm just going to tighten it. And then I'm just going to leave it in there while I choose which rub-on sticker I'm going to use. Because then when we take it out, we'll be left with that circular mark. So we'll know exactly where to apply our rub-on. I just love that. They look, they're roughly enough same age, them two. So they reminded me, I've got twins. So there you go. That's why I picked that one. I think I'm going to go with something a little bit more colourful this time. Ooh, that tree is nice. And I've totally mixed these two up again now. So if you want to know which rub-on came from which pack, you're going to have to go to the beginning of the video and have a look. Yeah, because I'm naughty. I'm drawn to the pink ones. Yeah, but I've done pink on the other one. So yeah, I'm going to do that little kitty cat that reminds me of my Nala cat. She's a tabby with white feet and a little white. Yeah, a little white. It's not a collar, is it? It's a chest. She looks fabulous when she wears a little bow tie, because it looks like she's wearing a shirt and bow tie. Yeah, girls can wear shirts and bow ties too. She's got a little orange one on for Halloween at the minute with little bats on. And she's got bats and spiders, I'm not quite sure. Right. So, bring our hoop back. Bring that back. I could have gone a little bit nearer that edge, but I didn't. Now I'm just going to cut. I'm not cutting it to the actual size I want, because if I did that now, it'd be very difficult for me to get it back in the hoop exactly the same. But I'm just going to cut off the excess. Yep. I'm not going to put the rub-on on now, because you need the rub-on on a firm surface. So, unfasten my hoop again. And there we go. There was one crease that didn't quite come out, so I'm going to put that bottom. I don't know why, I just am. And yeah, there we'll have it at side covered with tree. So this is going to fit into it. You can see the inner circle. As long as I've got everything in within that inner circle, I'm an happy bunny. Looks like I can do it. If the indent's not clear enough for you, just put your hoop back on. Oh, I should have done this before to keep backing off. Silly woman. Snip a little bit more of that backing off. Yeah, there we go. Then when I'd fix the hoop, can you see, we will get everything in. Yeah, that's brilliant. And again, reason 26 why I didn't cut exactly where I wanted first time. Now, get rubbing. Whee. It may take some time. It does work, but it takes longer. In fact, do you know, just a tiny little bit of give in the craft mat can make it a little bit harder to rub on. So I'm just going to grab something completely solid to rub onto. Right, I've just grabbed my Tim Holtz glass mat. I'll show you I don't use it in videos. Look, yeah, because I film in front of a window, I can never get rid of that glare. Film in front of a window with some lights as well. So, and the angle I like to have my camera, yeah, it just doesn't work for me. But these rub-ons will, yeah, it's starting to transfer now. Bit slippy slidey. Can you see? It's starting to. So, I am just going to pause slightly, because you don't want, or do you? You might want to see me doing this rub-on for 10 minutes. No, it's not going to be 10 minutes. I won't pause, because I don't want anyone thinking it actually takes 10 minutes to transfer. It doesn't take that long at all. I'm going to start coming up here, where the tree is. There we go. It's hard for me to show with my big sausage fingers sometimes. To be honest, this is like what putting rub-ons onto paper used to be like 20 years ago. I bet there's a few of you remember that. I've got some old rub-ons from 20 years ago. I tend to pass them over when I'm thinking about what to do. There we go. I've picked a rather large rub-on as well. The middle's coming off really well because I give the middle a really good rub, didn't I? Oh, that's coming lovely. Don't lose the ears. Don't lose Nala's ears. Yeah, I'm definitely calling this Nala. This one is going to go in my living room this Christmas. I don't think I'll be putting it on my Christmas tree. Reason being, my Christmas tree is about 2 foot tall. And this would be like, I don't know, it'd be like hanging a road sign on a Christmas tree. Yeah, there we go. How lovely does that look? I'm really pleased with that. Yeah. It's going to stay on. It's not going to go anywhere, but don't be putting it on something that you intend to wash. It's not going to stay on in washing machine. These are for indoor home decorations only, I would say. Right, let's put this on. Yeah. I think I need the top of it a little bit further to that side. I need to look at the tree. The tree is straight, the sofa is not. And I'm getting that a little bit too near my sofa leg. There we go. Try again, woman. The tree's straight, the sofa isn't. Remember that. There we go. That's better. Oh, I'm quite happy with that placement. So I'm going to tighten that up. Sorry about that tip tapping. And I'm going to move this because you're just getting it right. All you're seeing is what's happening outside. A few trees. No thrilling. And I'm just going to come in with my scissors and I'm going to snip. I'm not even doing it very neatly. I do like the whole look of it being rustic. That's the word. It's a rustic looking decoration. How pretty is that? We've now got a Nala decoration we can bring out every year. I may hang it up on the wall above the tree. Yeah, we put some bookshelves in the living room. We just do not have room for a big tree anymore. Right, there we go. How pretty is that? If you're not happy with your snipping, come back in and have another snip. I think I've left a little bit more on that than that, haven't I? Yeah, then you can come in and tie a little bit of ribbon on top to decorate it. And Bob's your uncle. In fact, I'll just grab some ribbon to show you how I do tie it onto this. Here we go. I fancy a bit of organza ribbon on this. So I just put my ribbon through there. Then you can tie your knot. I'm going to waste some ribbon here. And there we go. Kills two birds with one stone. There we go. Well, this organza one didn't cover it up so much. But, hey ho. I won't go in searching my immense stash for Christmassy ribbons. To be honest, I want Nala to be the star of this show. Also, the organza ribbon then won't cover her up if I cut it a little bit longer. There we go. And it just disguises that. If you want it disguised, you may want to see that it's a cross-stitch decoration. So, there we go. I really love those. What a really good investment, those little hoops. So, that's the hoops. Right, the next one I'm going to do is the bauble. I hope there's not too much glare on that. Now my baubles, I've gone for the acrylic ones. I got these locally from The Works. If you're in the UK, you'll be familiar with Works. You get a pack of 6 of that size for £2, or you get a pack of 4 in the larger size for £2. It's done in centimetres. The big one's 8 centimetres, the little one's 6 centimetres. But I'll give you a measure and tell you what there is in inches. Right, I'm going to do another one of the small ones. These come with some twine, but you can always swap it out for nicer twine or ribbon. Or on this one, I just put a little metal keyring loop. Right, so I'm going to open those up and pop them. I've just put some cotton wool balls in there because you couldn't really see what was in it. These are perfect to put little gifts in. Wrap them up in tissue paper, pop them in the bauble. Right, I think I'm just going to go for a message on one side of this because I've got this Happy Holidays and I'm fancying that. So we'll put Happy Holidays on one side, then we'll pick something for the other side. Whee. Now I'm going to leave one little bit where I'm going to hold it, then I'm just going to crop this in a little bit closer. There we go. Now again with this, make sure you have got this exactly where you want it before you place it down. My first one, I ruined a little snowman decoration because I put him down too soon. But the good news is I used one of these little alcohol wipes. Yeah, I peeled off what I could and then I just used the alcohol wipe and it was fine on this acrylic. Yeah, it finished cleaning it off. So if you do make a boo-boo, that's what you can do. Can you see how that's stuck already? So I'm going to do it side to side first because we are rubbing it onto something spherical. And you know, did I get it? Yeah, I got it where I wanted it. I got it roughly enough where I wanted it. It's a spherical thing. Once it's on tree, you're not going to know if it's not got the same amount of distance on each side. So I'm going to go side to side at first. Again, I'm using my little wooden lollipop stick. And then I'm going to do this. I just wanted to make sure I got that Happy Holidays on first, because they're my words. If something else sticks down and ends up not quite in the right place, it's not going to matter so much. Because we are trying to rub something flat onto something spherical. So you may get a little bit of creasing, you may get something that sticks not quite where you want it. This problem will be less apparent the larger the bauble that you use. And there's a reason behind that. But I'm no physicist. So I ain't going to be explaining that. Just trust me. Trust me, I'm a crafter. So that, I think, is that. Now I've got a little bit more to do here. Yeah. I'm very tentatively pulling at it to make sure it's all done. There's something there not stuck down. It is now. There we go. So there we have it. Just going to smooth that down. And we've got Happy Holidays. Let me just... There we go. If I pop that in, you can see it a little bit better. Yeah, I really do love the look of these. Yeah, so you've seen me do one side. I will put something else on the other side. So let's have a look what we've got. I'm fancying that fireplace, but putting something square into something round it's bothering me. I'm wanting to do that stag. Let's see if we can get the stag on. Yeah, and I'm going to have lots of these stickers left over, so do you know what I'm going to do with them? Years ago I bought one of those, you know, the wooden advent calendars, yeah, to decorate. Have I decorated it yet? Have I decorated it yet? But do you know what? This year is going to be the year, and I'm going to decorate it with rub-ons. Yeah, and then kids can fill it with, I don't know, pound coins or something from or £50 notes. Right, so that's my stag. Let's see how we go with this. Gonna get his body first. Then I'll go down. Do you know what? I'm going to snip that between his legs. There you go. Yeah, that's going to make it much easier to rub his legs on. Yeah. So don't be afraid to do that, especially if you're doing something that's an awkward shape. It sort of goes opaque when it's rubbed on. It starts to move then. And I'm going to do his head last. His head and his antlers last. There we go. Come on, Mr. Stag. So you can see I'm no expert, am I? And if I can do it, I always say that if I can do it, anyone can do it. I've not banged on about this for ages, but many moons ago, before I had my girls, I was a driving instructor, and I did not initially find driving easy at all. And I used to say that to pupils all the time. It took me quite a while to learn. It took me a while to build the confidence. I used to say, if I can do it, anyone can do it. Look, he's looking brilliant. I like him. I think that cut up between there did really help. Yeah. I think we just need a little bit on edges. There we go. We have one stag and one Merry Christmas on a bauble. I love that. I was going to get the glass ones, but do you know, I was a little bit scared. I was too scared. I do have some glass ones already, waiting for a special project. I thought this were it, but it didn't make it. Let's put some more cotton balls in. See what it looks like. It's because I don't have gifts ready. I could have put scrunched up tissue paper in, but my daughter had just got these. Oh, in fact, that's not a ball, is it? That's a cotton wool pad. Yeah, she uses these to remove her makeup. Yeah, using makeup. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit Christmassy, isn't it, having some cotton wool balls in. There we go. Happy holidays and the stag. And again, pop something through top. Bob's your uncle, job's a good one. So, that's that one. Now, this next one is more of a show and tell. And it's a Christmas card that I've made. Now, I know not a lot of you are interested in cards, but I always say any Christmas card can be made into a journaling card. Yeah, and this will double up as a Christmas tree decoration. So, I have dies. So, I've just cut a circular hole out of the centre of the card, slightly bigger than this acrylic shape that I've got. And then I've attached it, because it is a bauble shape, to the top of the card with a brad. So that can be taken out. You can leave the brad in and just tie some string around the brad, or pop it through the hole in the shape. And there you've got a card that doubles up as a Christmas decoration. I really like that. I'll be making a few more. And then inside, behind the tree, I've just put Happy Holidays. And it does stand up. Yeah. To be honest, I bought these acrylic shapes. I thought they were going to be a little bit more substantial. And I thought, oh, they're a bit thin. But then I thought, right, every cloud has a silver lining. It might be thin, but that means this card can take the weight of it. Yeah. If you don't have a bauble shape, You just use any circular shape like this if you've got one of these decorations, and then you can just pop a hole there and tie a little bit of string to suspend your circular shape within that circular card. You could do it with any shape. You could try it with a star, you could do it with a tree. If you've already got some of those, that should work. But yeah, I quite like that one. Quite pretty. So I forgot what number we're up to. Here we go. We'll call the card number 5. So that's rub-ons onto acrylic. I will be doing another one onto a different type of acrylic, so you won't have missed anything. These were all my little ideas as I thought of them. So we've done 5. Now next one, I'll show you the painted wood dangles. Right, now I bought these. Again, I don't like to pay a lot of money for some of my stuff. I picked up this pack of little painted wooden hearts. Now with hindsight, maybe hearts were not the best shape to go for, because it made it a little bit difficult for me to find rub-ons that fit onto a heart shape. And I'll show you the pack, which is here. Here we go. Again, I picked these up from the Works in the UK. It's a pack of 60 wooden hearts for £3. Yeah. Ooh. Let's tell you how big they are. And I've just realised I forgot to measure the bauble in the end. So what is that in inches? It's 1.5 inches across. The baubles, open one up, woman, and measure it properly instead of guesstimating. Yeah, that small bauble is roughly 2.25 inches. The big baubles that I didn't use, but I will, are roughly 3 inches, yeah. So, you know, especially if you're picking those up in person, you get an idea of what size you want. You'll know. You've not got to trust that Amazon or wherever has measured them. So, they worked really well. Now, I did have another idea for these, but I've not put it into action. You know how you have the bits of string? And you put cards on paper clips, on wooden clips, should I say. Every now and again you could just dangle one of these little hearts between your cards, especially if you don't have a lot of cards. Yeah, like me. I don't get a lot because I don't send a lot, yeah. We don't give to receive, but I do find if you don't send a lot of Christmas cards, you don't get a lot. Who would have thought it? I do get quite a few from our subscribers though, thank you very much. One day I'll start returning them. Right, so grab the rub-ons again and let's pick something that's going to go onto these. Oh, look at that. Will that fit? No, see? Do you see what I mean about love heart shapes not being the best shape to choose with hindsight? Maybe I should have got some circular shapes. Yeah, we're going to lose the top of that. So I want something that's going to go pretty much sideways. Ooh, what about the little fairy? Yep, that fairy's going to fit. That's brilliant. And I know I'm going to send this to. I've got a friend who absolutely loves fairies. Whee, let's try you. Little Miss Fairy. Do you know, I think even after I've decorated my huge wooden advent calendar, I'm still going to have lots of these left for next year. There's no excuse not to make cards this year, is there? Oh yeah, we'll tilt her so that she fits somehow. We will fit your wings on your head and your feet and your toes. Have we done it? Done it. Yeah, she fit. We can pop the hole at that side then. I put the holes in these, by the way, with my crocodile. Nice and easy. Eee. Eee. Let's have a look, see. I suppose unless the surface is soft, these rub-ons will go on to just about any hard surface. I did find one though that I didn't really like, and I'll show it you, because rather than just showing you everything that goes well, I think it can be useful to let you know what doesn't go so well sometimes, so you can avoid those mistakes and expenses. Although I don't know what the expense was, because the thing I tried rubbing them onto I'd already got for a different purpose. And I can still take the rub-on off. Oh, she fits. Grab my crocodile. Yeah. That bit does look a bit bare. Grab my top there as well as my crocodile. Use the little hole, woman. Use the little one. We don't really want to... There we go. And then let's use... I'll just use one of these this time. What did this come with? This came with ceramic ornaments. I never use the thing that comes with the thing. And I'll just tie that. I mean, you could even use these as dangles on journals, in journals, on tags, whatever you like. In fact, let's get Santa back. Hey ho! Yeah, we could put a little Santa hat dangle on the tag. That would be cute. So there we have it. Now I've got my little book, and we're going to call the painted wooden dangles number 6. So if you've got eagle eyes, you would have seen what else is coming up. Now you've probably seen this on my desk. This mess of a desk that I now have. Although I've got more than 6 inches to crafting, which is good for me. And I already had these tins, and I just thought, let's try it on one of those. And it looks good. So the next thing I'm going to try it on is one of these tins. Now, that it is acrylic, that it's not glass, and I did that with it so that I've got a nice hard surface to rub onto. So I'm going to do one more. I think, do you know, yeah, I could spend 3 days looking for the perfect rub-on, when in all honesty they're all gorgeous. So yeah, there isn't a perfect rub-on. If one looks good, it looks good. Now, like I've said, make sure you've got this exactly where you want it before you let it touch down. I think it's going to be easier for me to do. Yeah, that's easy without the tin in the way. Yeah, I like that. Then I'm going to put that tin back there just to make my life easier rubbing it on. Right. So this is acrylic I'm rubbing onto. It's a soft acrylic. Let's have a look. I'm going a bit clever now, aren't I? I'm going faster. Don't mess it up going too fast, woman. Yeah, you can see it's gone opaque in the middle where the rub-on has stuck. Once you've got one edge down, your life is much easier. Oh, pretty. I've got a little pack of the teeny tiny Tim Holtz snippets, and this decoration is very Tim Holtz-esque. And you know, I've had this pack about 2 years and still not used them, so I think I'll just put them in this tin. Yeah, that'll be good. Let's check, yeah. If you don't think it's all rubbed down, again, put your acrylic back on and just get another rub. You can see if the edges look lifted. And there we have. How pretty is that? I've now got 2 Christmassy tins. Yeah, we love them. Now let's have a look. So, let's put the numbers down. Let's put the number down. So that was number 7 tin lids. Right. Now in here I've got buttons. Now, yeah, they are concave that way, and it says handmade with love, but we don't have to sew them on that way. On the back they are plain. Now that saved me having to buy some plain wooden buttons. And I'm thinking this should go onto a button. Oh, if I had a big button, wouldn't that be good? I did get some plastic buttons out, although we're going to use the wooden ones. Let's have a quick peek at the plastic buttons, see if I've got one. the right size for that wreath. Grab a handful. There we got. Desk's really untidy now, isn't it? Covered it in plastic buttons. Don't you all fall all over the desk. That's so not... Oh, that's huge. But I'm thinking that might look good. Then you can use the button to decorate a journal, to decorate a card. I'm hoping it's going to stick. I think plastic, well, acrylic's plastic, isn't it? So I think it should work. Oh, that's going to be brilliant, isn't it? So this giant plastic button is going to be coming to a journal near you soon. Well, in about 2 years, where I do journals. I may not have got that perfectly in the centre. There you go. Again, I wouldn't use this on a button on a piece of clothing that you intend washing. I haven't tried putting acrylic sealer or varnish over rub-ons, but I can't see why it wouldn't work. I have seen people put sealer over the iron-on type stickers. Every time I play with buttons, do I end up playing tiddlywinks? Every time. Whee. How pretty is that? We've got a tiny little bit of the rub-on there that's just covered the buttonhole a little bit. So I'm going to grab my pokey tool and just... There we go. That's so pretty. A lovely Christmas wreath button. That would look amazing on the front of a card with a door. Yeah. So you can put them on to plastic buttons. I still want to try a wooden button though. I'm not going to count this as two though. I'm just going to count it as one. Buttons. Plastic and wooden. Let's find. It'd be so easy to go for another wreath, wouldn't it? I mean, it doesn't really matter if you've got holes in the middle, because any button you've got with a picture on, there's going to be a hole through the picture, isn't there, to fasten the button on. So what have we got? Will that lovely hot chocolate fit? No, it's too big. It's too big, woman. That little present would fit, or a bauble would fit. It's just, like I said, now it's all in the choosing. I think I'm going to go for that bauble. Could even do, would that snowflake fit? Oh, let's do the snowflake. There we go, I've changed my mind again. Try the snowflake. And yeah, that should fit nicely. I'm going to line up one heart. Do snowflakes have arms? Well, mine does. The centre of the snowflake is going in the centre of the buttonholes, so that really helped me line it up. And I put its arms level with the holes. Who knew snowflakes had arms? I always thought they were armless. Boom, boom. Whee. What have we got? Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. We know they work well on wood. So why wouldn't they work on a wooden button? How lovely is that? And again, I'll just grab my pokey tool just to do that. Brilliant. So what have we got left? So here we are with number 9, and it's these pendants. Now, I use these, I had these, I'd bought them to use as pet tags for Nala, but Nala loses her collar so often that it costs us a fortune to keep doing these pet tags, so I thought I'll try a rub-on. Now, I don't know if you can see, it has worked. It's a very shiny, there, it's a very shiny tag though, so you can see the outline of the sticker, and I think just the contrast between the extremely shiny tag and the duller sticker, I don't like how you can see the outline, so I'm not too, yeah, I wouldn't call that one a success, but it got me thinking, well, it did stick to the metal, so would it stick to other metal? Again, I had these in my stash, and they are metal pendants, and yeah, I used the candles just because they were the right shape to fit, and yeah, I quite like those. They'd make lovely embellishments on a junk journal. You may even want to wear it as a pendant. They do come with these cabochons that you can pop over. It does dull what's behind a little bit, but I do think they still look nice. I don't know what would happen if I did put glue on. I think I'd be tempted to just put a little bit of glue around the edge. There. Yep. So, yeah. We're calling that number 9. And I'll just show you me rubbing one on so that you can see that it does work. There were no trickery involved. No trickery. I didn't use any mirrors. In fact, there's a thing. Would a rub-on stick to a mirror? I don't really know. So let's find something that is going to stick on here. Again, I think a long tall thing. I can't do another candle. That'd just be too much, wouldn't it? Another candle. But the candles are the ones that want to fit. I'm going to do another candle just because I will then have a trio of pendants with candles. There aren't many other Christmas ornaments that are quite so elongated, not too wide. You'll notice that I did lose a little bit of the greenery on the bottom of each candle when I did it. Let's see if I'm going to lose any with this one. Yeah, I'm going to lose some greenery, but hey ho. So I'm just going to use the cabochon to pop in front of the candle, just so that I know where to cut the bottom, because I want to be able to lay it in, well, not flat, well, yeah, flat. I want to be able to lay it flat inside the pendant so that I can rub it on properly. Yeah, there we go. Just gonna take a little bit of that off as well, and then we'll pop this in. So if you had some perhaps brushed metal tags, it doesn't have to be these pendants with cabochons. If you had some perhaps brushed metal tags, it would fit. They would work pretty well. Right, there we go. Ooh, we've played tiddlywinks, now we're playing pick-up sticks. Yeah, holiday games, party games. Really go for that one. And let's peel up. Is that going to come off? Oh, I need to rub on that flame a little bit more. I nearly mucked it up there. Has it worked? I can hear bells. The last bit of that flame does not want to rub on. The bells are actually the bells on Nala's collar. She's probably heard a name once too often while I've been doing this video. Yeah. Ooh. We did it. So there we have it. There's another one. Again, is that the same one? I've done the same one. It's the exact same one. So I really must have liked that candle on that. Silly woman. Yeah, because I was using my new set of stickers. So there we have it, metal. Maybe not the metal I've got, but they will work on metal. Now the last thing I want to do is I just happen to have these in my stash, and they are cardboard coasters. Yeah, I didn't want to buy any wooden ones or any others when I got the cardboard. So we'll just decorate this, and then I will go ahead and show you my 2 bonus tips that I've been promising you. I'm just deciding what to put on here now. It is a rather large coaster, isn't it? So we're going to need a rather large picture to go on it, aren't we? Oh, look at the pink. To be honest, I think this coaster's a little bit bigger than I would have liked. So I will go ahead and decorate around the edge of my peel off. Let's have something nice and colourful. What we got on this one? Big Father Christmas. He's not big enough. I can hear kids downstairs playing with Cat. I don't know what Cat's up to, but they're laughing at her. She is a little bit of a minx sometimes. It's going to have to be the tree. Yeah, I like that big tree. Anything else is going to be too small. Now, I suppose I could choose some other rub-ons to rub on around it. We'll pinch that one star. Yeah, my coasters are a little bit too big, I think. I could die cut it smaller. That's an idea. Yeah, I mean, that's my mug. Yeah, that's rather a large coaster, isn't it? So, I just want to test how they work on this compressed cardboard, though. And then I think I've tested it on most things. Whee! Let's grab that edge. They're a lot quicker and easier on anything made of cardboard and paper to apply. There we go. I nearly mucked the end up. What did I say? Hold it down over there while you rub the last bit, because what happened there is I nearly lost my last bit by not taking my own advice. That looks pretty nice. I mean, you don't have to use it as a coaster. You could put a hole in, make it an embellishment, stick it on a card, stick it in a journal, to be quite honest. So that's that one. Now we're back in 2 takes with my 2 little tips. And I'm back. Right, I did mention at the beginning of the video, if you find it difficult to apply rub-ons, too much rubbing, there are a couple of ways that you can apply them a little bit easier. Now I can't remember who I saw it by. I normally love to remember. I will link it in the description if I remember. Someone was using a laminator to apply rub-ons, and she was using it on the cold lamination setting. Now my new laminator, I realised, does not do cold lamination. So I tried it on the hot lamination and it works. So I'm just going to grab some of the tags that I got from Taperlogy, and I'm just going to show you how to apply rub-ons with a laminator. Right, I've just let my laminator get up to temperature, because although the lady I watched did use a cold laminator, I did find it work just as well with a hot laminator. So just to prove that it does work, I'm going to show you. Right, so I've took the backing off my sticker. I know you've got a rather odd angle of my desk. I'm going to put this on at the bottom. We can put a message on at the top or whatever. Now, when you put anything through your laminator that you're not supposed to put through your laminator, I tend to put it inside a piece of paper. I'm only using tea dye because it was the first piece of paper I grabbed. Just a piece of copy paper would do. I just don't happen to have any upstairs. I keep all that gummins downstairs. So I'm going to pop that inside, only because, yeah, if you then pop that in, folded edge first, nothing can get tangled inside your laminator. Those of us that have used the big industrial laminators or the older ones, you used to have to put anything through inside what's called a carrier sheet, which was just a see-through folded over piece of paper. So let's have a look. For anyone that thought they couldn't use rub-ons because, especially if you've got bad arthritis, I know I don't have bad arthritis, but sometimes, depending on time of day or what else I've been doing, yeah, I don't want to be doing anything like that. So let's take it out and let's peel off the backing. Watch, just to prove it works. If you're unsure, you can give it another little rub. But that, voila. Bob, it somehow feels smoother when it's gone through the laminator. Yeah. Now that got me thinking, if that lady was using her laminator on cold, does that mean it's the pressure that applies the rub on? I'll just move the laminator out of the way. Or is it the heat? I think a lot of adhesives work better with pressure and heat. Some work with pressure, some work with heat. There'll be technical reasons for that. And I thought, well, a rub-on is basically just an adhesive, isn't it? So the other thing I thought of doing is trying to apply one with my die cutting machine. So let's give that a whirl. The machine I'm using is my Gemini MIDI, and that works with these folders rather than two separate plates. And I've chosen to use a new folder. In fact, you know what? I'm going to unchoose using the new folder. Let's try with my used folder. Yeah, they do get a little bit bent out of shape, these, but they still work. Yeah? Let's try it with my old plate. New one's now on the floor. I don't know why I've kept that bauble on there, you know. I'm going to cut it off. I don't want that bauble there. Go away, bauble. Not needed. So, yep, that's the front of the tag. Pop my tree on. And let's try this. Right. Let's wind it through. Whether this would work on the 20-year-old rub-ons that need a lot more rubbing, I really don't know. Now, I can't remember if this works without me. Yes, it's worked without me using a shim. A shim is just an extra piece of card to make your sandwich and your die cutter a bit thicker. Yeah. I'm still being tentative because I don't quite believe that it's worked. So there you have it. If you want to put your rub-ons on with a die cutter or a laminator to save all that rubbing, there you go. There you have it. It does actually work. That gives me an idea to, if I were running out of fussy cuts, or I wanted to use some of these as fussy cuts to match rub-ons, you could apply the whole sheet to a sheet of card, and then you could cut around them and just use them as embellishments that way. So yeah, right, let's quickly have another look at what we've made. So we did the little wooden tags. We've got plenty of paper tags. It worked on a button. We did the little embroidery hoops onto the fabric. Yeah, we did the wooden tags. I've put some on my tin lids. We've used the ceramic coaster, the metal cabochons, and we've used card again. I know we've counted the same substrate as two, and we also did the acrylic baubles. Now the only thing I haven't tried rubbing one on is glass. So as a quick little thing just before we go, I'm going to try it. I do have this glass jar, and I'm just going to grab any old rub-on and see if it works. Let's put these presents on. The glass jars are not new. I haven't bought them. They were actually a Christmas present last year, and they had different flavours of hot chocolate in. I do know it works on glass because I've seen other people do it. I'm also now wondering if it was just the pressure or partly the heat that made it work in the laminator. So if you were struggling to apply it to a glass jar, maybe would a heat gun work? I don't know. I'm not going to get my heat gun out and start cracking glass though. I'm too chicken. Buck, 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 buck. but I couldn't leave you with that. Well, so we'll call this a bonus. We'll call this 11. So it's now 11 ways to use rub-ons. Now, I do hope you've enjoyed it. I hope there's been enough waffle and wee for you. Whee. So there we have it, yeah? That's pretty. I like it. So you could pop anything in there as a present, or you could just fill it with some more hot chocolate and re-gift it. Talk about recycling. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. Not my usual kind of video. 10, oh, now 11 ways to use something plus 2 tips. And yeah, that's it for me for Christmas. I'll be back with my florals next time. So thank you everyone for watching. If you want any of the items from Taperlogy, especially these gorgeous rub-ons, there is a 15% discount code in my description box. In fact, I'll pin it as the top comment. I will list some of the other items I've used that I've got from Amazon. So yeah, all details in description box below. Just click the little bit that says more and some dots, and it will open up your description box and you'll be able to get all your details there. So thank you everyone. Bye for now.